Hello everybody, it's Citrus here. Welcome to the channel again. We got a new segment, the Inscription Kaycee's mod segment. This will only feature the Kaycee's mod version of Inscryption, which is just the card game, which is Act 1. We will do a bunch of fun challenges and stuff in the game. Mr. Crush, the employer and owner of the channel, has gracefully given me permission to try my own segment. Let's just get into it. So, we're gonna go to the decks, and we only have one deck, which is a Stoat Bullfrog Wolf. So, that's it. We will do no hook. You do not start with the fish hook item. The smaller backpack. Your pack can hold one less item. No clover. You may not reroll card choices. And the pricey pelts, which makes the trapper's pelts cost more. I'm sure none of that makes sense right now, but it will make sense in due time. Let's go with the no hook and the pricey pelts, because I don't really like... Oh, I don't need to... I don't really like pelts, though. We'll just start with those two, which is 10 over what I'm supposed... or 5 over what I'm supposed to do. The predecessor gave up too easily. Oh, your predecessor gave up too easily. Less pelts for you. So we start with the possum instead of a second pelt. Stoat, the bullfrog, the wolf, and the rabbit pelt. Oh, and the possum. So we're gonna go to the trader. Show me some exquisite pelts. Hair pelt. We could take the Warren or the cat. Would probably be the best. I think the Warren, because the Warren guarantees a one-turn wolf. But we could also sack that onto something else. I do not... If I go to the pack, I do not get a pack rat, because I have one less item because I started without the hook. The campfire, I don't know. There's a trapper up there. I don't think I'd want to do that. So I think I'm going to go for the sacrifice and just sacrifice the Warren onto something better. The Warren... onto the bullfrog. Bullfrog's better than the stoat, I think. At least I think so. So yeah, this justifies, because that's a wood carver, and I don't really want a totem, honestly. Oh, whoops, I can get up and do stuff. But none of this really matters for this mode, at least not right now, I don't think. So this is the first battle, and it'll be a totem battle, which this means that their elks have flight block. Mighty Leap. A card bearing the sigil will block an opposing creature bearing the airborne sigil. And then this is Rabbit Hole. When a card bearing the sigil is played, a rabbit is created in your hand. 0 power, 1 health. But I think we just play squirrel, bullfrog, rabbit, wolf here, and then we'll play the possum there. Not quite I want turn 1 win, but stoat, I can't really do any more damage. Well, I could, but that would require me using the squirrel in my pack, which I don't think I want to do. But overkill doesn't really matter for me because I don't really like the trader or the trapper. So, it really matters. Ooh, but there is Prospector up there. I guess it's fine. We just hope that we don't get the golden pelt. The black goat. The flighty elk, it moves after attacking. I didn't read what the black goat does. But Worthy sacrifice, a card bearing the sigil is counted as 3 blood, rather than 1 blood, 1 sacrificed. The elk sprinter at the end of the owner's turn, a card bearing the sigil will move in the direction, so whichever way the arrow points, or the mole, which burrower, when an empty space would be struck, a card bearing the sigil will move to the space and receive the strike instead. I could also use the clover to re-roll, but I want the elk. I'll take the elk because it gives me more power. Although I think I have to sacrifice the elk. I'll put it on the stove. It doesn't really help. I should have thought about that. Gotta think ahead in this game. I'm not the best at. They could have totally put a path there. Another totem battle. Okay, wolf cub. The wolf cub has burrower, but also floodgling. A card bearing the sigil will grow into a more powerful form after 1 turn on the board. The wolf cub will turn into the wolf, but I think we're just gonna do this. Rabbit to stoat, and then possum, and go for 3 damage, because then the bullfrog will take a hit. Oh, but it does block. Okay. Is it even possible? Okay, wait, we get overkill. Yeah, it is. It's very much possible. Squirrels don't do anything. They're just there for sacrifices, so not too bad. I'm gonna go here to... You came across a hobbled man standing beside some boulders. You caught me off guard. Not supposed you'd see me till further down the road. Say, I like me a gamble. If'n ye can pick a boulder that has gold in it, ye can keep it. Show me where to strike. This one. I got the gold. Yee-haw, 'tis gold. I can barely abide giving it to ye, but a promise is a promise where I'm from. Take it. Ooh, and then we're gonna get a totem anyways. This might have been a bad path. Came across a small group of survivors. Face shrunken from starvation, they huddled around a campfire. They looked upon your group of creatures and beckoned. Come, warm one of your creatures by the fire, one said. Warm it by the fire. That will enhance its power, said another. You notice one of the survivors wiping drool from their mouth. This is the campfire. What it does is, let's put it on the bullfrog. You can power it up once for free. You had an idea. Why not warm your creature by the fire for just a moment longer? One of the survivors took a step closer. This would be risky. I'm gonna pull away. The fire warmed the poor bullfrog, enhancing its power. One of the survivors reached towards it. Another gnashed their teeth. I think that was supposed to be G. Without a word, you pulled the bullfrog away from the fire and left. Jeez, I can't read today. So I could have risked it to try and get a 3-2 bullfrog, but I think a 2-2 bullfrog is already good enough. Because now if I draw the bullfrog and the wolf, which I think right now it's almost guaranteed to, I automatically win. Or well, I guess I don't, because I need to sack for the wolf. If I get the possum, basically the stoat and the golden pelt are holding me back right now. Well, now I win. Oh wait, no I don't. I need to pay more attention to the board. Oh, I could have played the possum. That was dumb of me, but I guess I blocked the elk still, so. I really could have just done that, though. Well, it doesn't matter now, because the wolf kills. We'll go up here, get a card. Hopefully a good sacrifice. The wolf cub, the beaver, and the warren. The beaver dam builder. When a card bearing the sigil is played, a dam is created on each empty adjacent space. A dam is defined as 0 power, 2 health. They are not sacrificable. I think I'm gonna push my luck. Raven egg, elk fawn, and a possum. I'll take the elk fawn just because it's the best sacrifice. The bones of the ancient woman creaked and groaned as she approached. With gently shaking hands, she placed her offerings before you. So this is a totem. So I could get airborne. A card bearing the sigil will strike an opponent directly, even if there's a creature opposing it, unless it has the blocking like thing that I showed. This would be elks, and this would be birds. I think I'm just gonna take the bottom, because they're more versatile than the heads that I had right there. The elk fawn will go. I'm tempted to put it on the wolf. Yeah, I'll put it on the wolf. That sounds fun. We have a very small deck going into the prospector. Yeah, was the prospector. So he has a coyote coming and the pack mule. It doesn't say it, but the pack mule, if you kill it, you'll get extra cards. Oh, how do I want to do this? The smoke and the squirrel there. I'll put the bullfrog here to get the rabbit, and then the wolf can go there. Oh wait, no, I should have waited a turn. There's gold in them cards. Well, not ideal, especially because the only thing in my no. Oh, I lost the... Oh, gosh. This isn't good. I think I might actually just guarantee a loss here. Yeah, because now I have nothing. I can only block. I have no way to damage him. Can I forfeit? Please? I can only prolong the inevitable with this. This was I made some very bad plays, but it is my first play, so we'll run it back. We're gonna run it back. Now. More gold for me. That was bad. Let's go again. You know what? Let's go for no clover instead of price. Actually, I'll just go for no hook. I clearly was too ambitious last time. Okay, so see, we start with 2 rabbit pelts now. You go here. Are your pelts clean? Yes, they are. Air pelts. I could take another bullfrog. I'll take bullfrog and corpse maggots. You have my gratitude. Oh, I should have read. Corpse eater. If a creature that you own perishes by combat, a card bearing the sigil in your hand is automatically played in its place. Are you kidding me? We're starting with a trapper. I'm not even gonna have any bones. Squirrel. Harpy's bird leg fan. To the user, your creatures will attack as though they have the airborne sigil for the turn. Squirrel in a bottle. The frozen possum bottle. To the user, a frozen possum is created in your hand. Frozen possum is defined as 0 power 5 health, frozen away. If it's broken open, once it takes all 5 damage, it will become a regular possum. But I'm just going to take the airborne. That raven egg is bad. Bad news right there. But unless there's nothing I can really do about it. Oh, I clicked the wrong thing anyways. I was gonna say there's nothing I can do about it unless made of stone. Oh, just immune to touch of death and stinky. Yeah, there was nothing I could do about it. Unless I drew from my deck and I got the wolf. What do I get? Corpse maggot? Not really that good, but... Okay. I'll get rid of the stoat. To put the wolf there. And then we just go, and it's over. Okay. Go to the trapper. I don't want to, because I don't have any. Care to look at me pelts? I don't have anything. Yeah, I don't have anything. Thanks for your business. So will I get another trader in the future? Because I don't see one. I think I'm gonna go sacrifice. Put something better. Put that corpse maggot sigil on something better. Wolf. We could put it on the wolf. That means that if something dies, the wolf comes out for free. It's not bad. Oh, it's gonna be a repeat of last time. So I'm just gonna treat it as a repeat of last time. But oh god, sorry for that. Ugh. The wolf comes out to play. I'll draw the bullfrog, because next turn... I don't want to play it yet. I don't want to play the... Oh. Never mind, I should have played it. We'll just go straight, of course. Kingfisher, Airborne, and Waterborne. A card bearing the sigil submerges itself during its opponent's turn. While submerged, opposing creatures attack its owner directly. The Moose Buck. Hefty. At the end of the owner's turn, a card bearing the sigil will move in the direction inscribed in the sigil. Creatures in the way will be pushed in the same direction. Or the Black Goat, which is where they sacrifice. Honestly, I don't really like any of these too much. Let's reroll. Pronghorn. This sprinter will move it. Bifurcating strike. A card bearing the sigil will strike each opposing space to the left and the right of the space across from it. The grizzly, just a strong unit, and the wolf. The mushroom means that mycology is possible, which is where you can fuse two cards together. But I think I'm gonna take the pronghorn. I could sacrifice that onto something better. Something about the power, of course. I think I'm gonna do a bullfrog. I'll pull away. And I'll put the bifurcation on the bullfrog. So we'll go here for a battle. Okay. Raven egg there. We'll do the 2/2 bullfrog. Yes, the 2/2 bullfrog. And then we'll just go. Because that will guarantee a kill on the Raven egg. Let's get the... Okay, the pronghorn is not what I was hoping for. Oh my gosh. I'll just go. Oh. Leader. The alpha has the leader sigil, which creatures adjacent to a card bearing the sigil gain 1 power. Just place the squirrel. And we'll play a bullfrog there. Oh my god, I keep hitting the wrong thing. I should have put it here. That was dumb of me. So now I'm gonna need to block with the rabbit pelt. Okay. No. Oh, wait. It has flying. Why am I playing this bad? Guess what I'm gonna have to do is that. Now we deal 3. And he deals 3. Or wait, no, he only deals 2 now. Yeah, no, I'm gonna keep going. Let's sack the pronghorn. It doesn't really matter though, because they both do 2 damage. Let's take another card. Another pronghorn, an elk, a turkey vulture. I don't really like any of these. The raven, another turkey. The magpie's really good for sacrificing. Magpie's one of the best, and I'll explain why in a second, because I continue to fail to show you them. It has airborne and then hoarder. When a card bearing the sigil is played, you may search your deck for any card and take it into your hand. So it's a free search. I'm gonna put the pronghorn on this bullfrog. Because now that's a really good threat. And we'll take the wood carver. The decrepit wood carver prepared before you. She moved with a certain vigor in spite of her considerable age. So elks, wolves, and then this lose tail. When a card bearing the sigil would be struck, a tail is created in its place and a card bearing the sigil moves to the right. We'll take it, even though it's kind of useless for me. A man stood before you. A man you recognized immediately. It was the trapper. You reached out to examine his wares, but he stopped you. Sorry, but today you will supply the pelts. Trapper is one of the hardest fights, especially for early game. But I'm gonna play bullfrog here. And then we'll go from there, like this. Oh, and the bullfrog moves, that's good. Because I was kind of worried about that. I just want to show off what the magpie does. It lets you pick any card. And I'm gonna pick the wolf. I'm also gonna take this squirrel and put it here. And you'll see why in a second. The gimmick of these is that, I guess I could have read it too. The steel trap, when a card bearing the sigil perishes, the creature opposing it perishes as well. So, as you saw there, the magpie died and the wolf came out, and then the squirrel died and it gave me a pelt, and they're useful for this battle. What's the scales looking like? I'm gonna play the stoat there so that it stays alive. Okay. It doesn't matter, we will move on to the next phase. Because the trapper is also exquisite pelts, but the cycle must continue. The trader, let's trade. And his second phase is the trader form. So what he does is he fills his board entirely, and then powerful cards, I will accept only the finest pelts for them. Trade for what you can, but know this, the rest shall stay and fight for me. So it really matters how many pelts you get from the first phase, because the more pelts you get, the more you can steal from him. I'm gonna take these 3 because the wolf can attack now, the stoat can attack, and the bullfrog can attack because of the bifurcation. So we're sitting pretty good. What's left in my deck? I think it's the golden pelt and another bullfrog. I can only really... I'll draw here. I'll play my bullfrog just because it's like my card, but it doesn't really matter because they're all just 1 damage. So I can't get that much overkill on them. Allow me to light your candle once more. I won't be killing you quite yet. By the way, the candle is what gives me the smoke card, which the smoke card gives me more bones when it's sacrificed. If you lose a battle, you lose a candle. And if you lose the candle, then you don't get the smoke. And if you lose twice, you lose. As a reward, you are granted an opportunity to select a rare card. Choose carefully. So here we got the amoeba, the amorphous amoeba. Its sigils are ever changing. When a card bearing the sigil is drawn, the sigil is replaced with another sigil at random. The amalgam, canine, hooved, reptilian, feathered, insectoid. The amalgam is all. The Urai Uli. This level of brutish strength needs no explanation. I think I'll take the amoeba. Because it's a bone cost, which means that it doesn't take sacrifice, it takes those bone tokens. The other 2 are pretty expensive. I'm not used to announcing this one. You have tinkered with the order of my maps, Kaycee. Very well. The sun rose over the sleepy firs. Birds fluttered across the paths of wolves and elks. You are embarking upon the woodlands. What is that? I don't know what that is. I can't tell. But we're gonna get a card This is the pack, as I've already shown. I could use it, but I think I'm gonna go for a sacrifice. What could I I could sacrifice the magpie onto a bullfrog. This lets me just remove a card straight up, but I don't want to do that. Another corpse maggot, field mice, fecundity. When a card bearing the sigil is played, a copy of it is created in your hand. A very broken sigil when the game first came out. Ooh, okay, the black goat is a very good sacrifice if you take him to the... I'm not going to show it this time, but if you take him to this path and you sacrifice him to the Bone Lord, you get a lot of bones to start with. I'm going to go and sack the magpie onto the bullfrog. Ooh, I think I'm gonna go this way because this is the mycologist, and I'll show what that does in a minute, but we're about to get a really, really strong card if I do that. And that looks to be the artist, or like the painting event, which isn't really important to me right now. I'm gonna place this bullfrog here, actually. It'll make sense in a second. The bullfrog attacks, it attacks there, but it doesn't do much, but then it moves behind the boulder instead of in the way of the coyote, so it lives another turn. And then I'll play a bullfrog in front of the rabbit, and I will get to search for... Sure, amoeba. Amoeba guarantees that I win this turn. Oh, wow. That's kind of useless on it. Or, well, guarantees that I win next turn. I don't know. Corpse maggot's not really useful. And the stoat is the same as the rest. So, that's a win. The second game's going a lot better than the first one. So now then, we're gonna go to... I do have the rabbit pelt, so we could go here to the trial, to the mycologist, totem battle, then we could probably go trader if we want to get rid of that pelt. So the trial of power. The 3 drawn cards must have at least 4 attack power combined to pass. The trial of wisdom. The 3 drawn cards must have at least 3 sigils among them to pass. The trial of blood. The 3 drawn cards must cost at least 4 blood combined to pass. Okay. I mean, sigils is the most likely, I think. We'll try sigils, and if it doesn't work out, then it's okay. But we automatically won because the bullfrog has 3 on them. You have passed the trial. Ooh. A wolf with touch of death and air... Okay, wait, that's not actually that good. Oh my gosh. Corpse Eater on the... with unkillable, which means if it perishes, it will return to my hand. And waterborne. Perishing also counts as sacrificing, though. Huh. Many lives. Sprinter. I think I'll actually take the corpse maggot. None of them are as good as I thought they would be. But we got another... If we go trader, we get another mycologist, which we'll be able to explain exactly what he does now. We are the mycologists. Yes. Yes. And we are performing our experiments far from... We are not welcome elsewhere. We will experiment on your flock. Yes. We will need 2 of the same creatures. 1 for each of us. So I could do the corpse maggots, or I could do the bullfrogs. The corpse maggots are a lot worse than the bullfrogs, honestly. I think this could get messy. Look away. A 3/4 bullfrog. The bullfrog. It is now 1. So we got a 3/4 bullfrog that can block flying enemies, is flying, can search a card from my deck, moves, and can attack 2 times. So if I draw that, it's an instant win. In most cases. Smelly Elks. Just to show. We will search the wolf. And we will always kill with 1 extra damage. Very good indeed. So we're gonna go to the trader. As a sign of respect for the strange woman, took only what you could afford. Because we killed the trader. Another magpie. I'll take it just because that can help guarantee, if I sack it on something cheap, that I can get the bullfrog. Did you bring us 2 of the same? We would like to experiment. Corpse maggots. You may want to. Avert your eyes. A 2/4 corpse maggots. We didn't add anything, like we didn't combine too much with that one. Double mycologist. We don't have anything. If we go to a mycologist without duplicates, they will give us the option for a duplicate. But I don't think I want to do that. I think I just want to go discard, pack, then sacrifice. A rare instance where we don't win. In that case, I will just place the stoat and then pass, because then I get the corpse maggot, I get the squirrel, and this will show what unkillable is. Even if it's sacrificed, it will come back. Then the magpie can search the bullfrog, and then the bullfrog can search the amoeba. Yeah, the amoeba. Oh, I could have done more damage here. Which the amoeba has fecundity this turn? Oh my gosh. Kaycee, did you tampered with one of my sigils. You thought it too powerful, no doubt. But please, no more of that. Oh, fecundity used to carry over, but it no longer does because fecundity was too powerful. If I would have played that a bit better, I could have done a little bit more damage, but it's fine. Go here. The river snapper, the wolf, and the grizzly. I don't want any of those. The beaver, the ant queen, which sorry about that. I had to take care of something. The warren's probably the best of the 3, but none of these are really good at all. I'll take the pack. If you deem it necessary, you may cut one of my cards with these. Some bone tokens for a rainy day. A rock may get you out of a hard place. I'm gonna take the scissors because it's definitely the best of the 3. We'll sacrifice. Okay. We can sacrifice the magpie onto the warren. That will work. Then we can go to the prospector. I say this is probably the first battle that we would not want to start with the bullfrog. Okay, that's fine. We'll start with the wolf. Okay. Warren there. We will get the bullfrog. What did you get? Bifurcation. Play the rabbit. Oh, the rabbit searches too. Interesting. Okay, now then we're gonna sack those two. For the wolf. Go there. And then we can play the amoeba there and just win the turn. There's gold in them cards. The first one was not replaced by gold because it's a corpse maggot. Although I don't really see that big of a use for it. I'm just gonna take the squirrel and pass. Corpse maggot will hide. The bloodhound gets him. What else do I got? The stoat. No need. We can sacrifice the for the bullfrog. And then we just win. That was easier said than done. This is going a lot smoother, but I got lucky with the bullfrog. Let me relight your candles. Very well. You may choose a rare card. The Uriuli we already went over. A largely unimpressive specimen. The strange larva. It will level up into the strange pupa. And then it will level up again into the Mothman, which is a 7/3. So it could be pretty strong. The Mole Man. The stalwart Mole Man. The ultimate defense. Not only does he block airborne, but he also moves in front. I'm gonna take the Mole Man. I think the Mole Man's the best of those three. Let me see. Okay, we start with a trial and pack. Every step forward was answered by some nearby slip or slither. You tread cautiously into the wetlands. This place kind of stinks, honestly. So we're gonna get a trial of health, kin, which is like what each card is like. It also kin is with the totems. Trial of power. I think that's gonna be the one that we go for. Because actually, unless we get Warren and Mole Man, there's not a chance we lose. Let the trial of power begin. The Warren, the bullfrog, the corpse maggot. Thank God. You have passed. The river snapper, the rat king, and the skunk. I think the skunk is the best of those three, but I didn't really like any of them. Are you kidding me? Because we're about to get something cool, but also kind of not. The amount of items you can carry is 3, and you have 3. Instead, perhaps you'll accept this gift from my friend. The pack rat. A pack rat. Always useful. So... what's that up there? Just a totem battle? So I think what we do is we go and we get rid of the skunk. Or the stoat. Because the stoat's kind of really useless. But we could put the pack on the stoat, maybe. Or wait, no, we should probably put the pack on the Mole Man. So yeah, I think that the stoat's gotta go. Because at least the skunk can stall a turn. That's interesting. The beehive or the rattler. I think we'll go the skunk here. Because then the skunk has stinky too. Which a creature opposing this card bearing the sigil loses 1 power, which is what the rattler is doing. We'll wait. Just wait out the turn. We'll still be fine. Okay. Now then we'll take the squirrel. Put the warren there. Rabbit there. The bullfrog. The rabbit. The wolf. Put the bull. Oh, I shouldn't have put the bullfrog there. That was a little dumb of me. But it's fine. I just won't cover up the spot. Oh, but now the adder gets the bullfrog. Ooh. But the wolf comes out. That's fine. Take the stoat. Then... What's the way to do the most damage here? I think it's just gonna have... Oh, wait, though. Huh. I'll use this. Then I will sack the amoeba and the warren for the pack rat there, because I can't really do much damage. But this will kill him, so it didn't really matter. Are we for real? This is kind of booty. This is really kind of booty. The Trial of Wisdom. The 3 drawn cards must have at least 3 sigils among them to pass. The Trial of Blood. The 3 drawn cards must cost at least 4 blood combined to pass. And the Trial of Power. I think this is the best one because I don't think we can lose it. Yeah. Especially not if we draw the bullfrog. The Great White. It hides. It's a boulder and it has a pack on it. Dam builder. Grizzly. Honestly, I don't really like any of these, but if I had to choose, I would choose the grizzly. I'm gonna go get rid of the stoat. Yeah, we'll get rid of the stoat. This is the Bone Lord. Now then, we'll go here. I guess I'll get to show what the trader does if you don't have anything. Bullfrog. Right. None of these are really useful. But I'll play the amoeba. And then I'll get rid of it for the wolf there. Because that's overkill. That's a lot of overkill. Now I'll get to show you what happens if we go to the trader without going to the trapper for the pelts first. A chill wind blew through the trading post. Its proprietor was now deceased. Still, you abide by the strange woman's rules as best you could. Usually, if she's still alive, she'll be like, you don't even have any pelts. Take these to buy the pelts, and then she'll give you teeth, which is like the currency. So we'll go here. The warm light of a campfire was a welcome sight, though the 10 hungry eyes around it dampened the greeting. One more creature by the fire? Enhance its health, said one. I'll enhance the skunk, and I'll do it twice. Keep it right there, said one survivor. The creature could become more powerful, but the survivors looked hungrier by the second. I'm gonna push my luck. The survivors were right about the flames. They had enhanced the creature's health. Spotting a few of the survivors drooling, you made a nasty retreat with your skunk. So it worked out in our favor. We got a 0-7 skunk. I have a solution for this problem. Oh. We'll play the squirrel into this black goat. And then we'll put the grizzly here with Dam Builder. The ants, their value represented with the sigil, will be equal to the number of ants that the owner has on their table. That's why the ant deck isn't that good unless you're running ants. Just straight ants. Oh, they all hide. Oh boy. That's a lot of damage. I wonder if it's 'cause that's actually bad. That's really bad. I've made a great mistake. Cut up this worker ant. There we go. That was the only way. Okay. We can't do anything. We can't really do anything about this. But I'm alive. I'm not gonna be alive much longer, though. Like, not at all much longer. So I'm about to take 3 from the... Yeah, it's over. I'm losing the candle. It should be fine. I feel like the fisherman, the next boss, is the weakest one of the 3 when it comes to needing the smoke. That one was one of the 2 mistakes you can make here. If you make another, I must sacrifice you. Now, where were we? Ooh. Card, sacrifice mycologist. We could... Well, we can't really hope for any of these, actually. The only thing we could hope for was a grizzly. I think we'll try it. Ant Queen, Bloodhound, Bullfrog. Wait a second, though. Wait a gosh darn dang minute. I'll take a Bullfrog. And... Which... Oh, I can't see. Can I... Okay, I can take that back. Oh, well... I'll put the pack on the Bullfrog. And then... we need duplicates. 1 for each of us. I have duplicates. You don't want to see this. We are going to add another Bullfrog to the amalgamation. Gruesome Encore. Allow the mycologist to experiment on the same card more than once. We have the most OP Bullfrog, but we need to get to it. A foul smell invaded your nostrils and caused your throat to seize. A hulking man sat by a brackish pond with its feet submerged in dark water. He pulled a hook from a pile of rotting fish and rose to his feet. I am the angler. Go fish! We did not pull anything too good. But we'll just put the skunk there to nullify some of the raven. And his gimmick is he will hook in a card. Oh man. We're not pulling anything. Oh wait, I died. Well. Huh? Go fish. We lost again. And this time we don't have time for another run. Make 10 misplays in a single run. That's a crazy achievement. But that's gonna do it for today, I think. Next time that we play Inscryption, if this gets greenlit as a segment from the higher ups, we will definitely win next time. I promise you that. I will come back with some new strategies. Goodbye.